Alright, welcome back everyone. We're carrying on with our march through the preview stuff from last weekend, and today we're going to cover Necromunda, because it needs to be a shorter one. I'm recording something later on that's going to go on for probably hours, and I need to take care of the voice, because it's still not great. I'm still a bit sick. So we're going to do a nice short one today, look at the Necromunda stuff, and then tomorrow we'll be back to look at Darkwater. Besides, it breaks up the insanely good Nurgle stuff. I mean, we can't overload on nothing but pure Nurgle goodness, can we? I mean, we could, but we're not going to. So, we're going to start out with this lad, Ozostium Aranthus, who is seizing the throne of Hive Primus. What a name. What a name, Ozostium Aranthus, sure. Now, it's fair to say that this lad looks insane. Just a few things to note here. Firstly, no one knows where he comes from, but he's from a time before the Imperium, which is mental, bigger than most humans, and has got crazy gold armour, a bit Balthazar Gelt in some ways. Also, he's plastic. That's right, this is not resin, this is plastic, and that is very fun, and will tie into something we're going to look at in a minute. But, to start with, I mean, look at this guy. Look at that. That is brilliant. It's all sorts of silly, it's all sorts of weird. The massive collar is crazy, but I really like it. I do like the way that the cloak integrates with the armour. So it sort of looks like it's kind of hanging over the top, but it also seems to be also metallic in some ways. It's kind of weird, but in a very fun way. The armour itself, it's not really armour, is it? I mean, not properly. It looks like it's prosthetics with what's left of a person underneath. Now, that's a little bit of a spoiler in some ways as to the overall condition of this man, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. The mask is great, love that. I like the big halo going across the head, that looks fantastic. Also, the mask having a hair as well, that's quite fun. This is just quality. I mean, it's another mad freak for Necromunda. There was very little chance I wasn't going to like this, because when they set their minds to create a mad freak for Necromunda, they really knock it out of the park 9 times out of 10. Even though he's very over the top when it comes to, like, the style of him, he doesn't look that mad when it comes to weapons. Like, we've got, what, a power sword of some flavour? And he looks kind of robotic, and that's really about it. Yes, he has got a horrible cyber cherub carrying a bunch of skulls, but it's not as crazy as it could be. I mean, overall, he just looks very regal, very aristocratic, especially with the, like, ruffs that he's got in the armour. I'm trying to remember if that's the right term. It's that kind of striped baggy bits on clothing. He's got some of that going on the top of the legs and the top of the arms, but of course this is gilded armour. So it's not cloth, it's just been designed to look like kind of faux aristocracy. I really like it. It looks great. And the fact is that right now, with the mask on and the breastplate on, there's hints there of something untoward. But it's quite subtle. It's not, like, fully out there. It looks a bit off, but it doesn't look completely insane. For the completely insane version, you have to look at the version where he does not have those bits of his armour on, because, oh dear God, what the hell is happening there? Without that mask on, I mean, what? He just looks like a corpse. He's basically a corpse. You can even see his ribs are showing through under the breastplate there. Like, when he doesn't have that on, his ribs are poking through. You can see the tubes that have been stuffed into him, like, a lot more clearly. He's missing his lips and his nose. I don't think he's got eyelids. I would be shocked if he's got eyelids. That would be amazing to me. I don't think he does. I suspect that he just stares unblinkingly forever, which is absolutely horrible. What a messed up miniature. In a cool way, obviously. But the mask, the breastplate, they are hiding a multitude of horrible, horrible sins. Also, the back of the model looks solid. I love that, like, powered generator, whatever it is that's in there, like whether it's a generator or some sort of serum thing that's giving him combat drugs, whatever it is, it looks great. I also really like the design of the sword. Not as fancy as you'd think. Like, the blade is pretty straightforward. There's not too much iconography or anything on it. It's pretty standard. But that kind of adds to it, in my opinion, because the rest of him is so overdone, the weapon being mostly just functional. That speaks to someone who just wants to kill stuff, which I quite like. Oh, my mistake, that's not like a cyber cherub, it's in fact a caryatid servitor that has innate psychic powers. Nice. Nice. We also have the Palanite Justicars, who look mad in a good way. They're very different stylistically to the other Palanite stuff. I think that's fair to say. There are hints, there's recognisable stuff about them, but overall these are a lot more decorative. They're a lot more fancy. The overall shape of the clothing is a lot different. You've got you've got a big man catcher as well. Straight up just a big mace. Just a big mace on that guy, which is quality. I like these guys a lot. I really like the coats that they've got here, especially the kind of extra layer going over the shoulders and around the neck. The fact they've still got pauldrons over the top, I like that quite a lot. The hats I'm not 100% on board with. Hats, helmets, I mean, they do have a sort of skull mask thing going on, which is quite fun. I do like that. The boots as well look decent. That massive Executioner's axe is brutal, but it's not quite as cool as the helmet with rebreather and skull that the Executioner is wearing. That is fantastic. Also, proper, like, classic Executioner's hood there, just sort of brought into the future, so to speak. I like that a lot. A lot. Actually, you know what? That might be one of the best axes in recent times. It might be. Looks brutal, looks heavy, looks in proportion, but does look like it might be a bit tricky to swing. But then you've also got a prosthetic arm there as well, so it all sort of balances out. I really like the judge's wig on that guy. That is fantastic. Also, one of the servo skulls has a judge's wig. Like, that is just... oh, the attention to detail. Why has he got it? We don't care. I don't care why he's got it. It looks fantastic. It's a little bit silly, but it looks fantastic. So yeah, this lot is part of the Justicar Courts, and that's a delegation. So you've got a magistrate, you've got 3 bailiffs, and of course you've got the executioner with the big axe. That's a good back view as well. I like the cloak. The cloak looks really nice. Oh, what a fun squad. What a fun squad. Again, something a bit different for the Palanites, but works super well, I think. We've also got some Ironhead stuff, so we've got the Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters. These look decent, I like them, but there's not a huge amount there to differentiate what we've already seen from the squats. They don't look bad by any means, I think they look decent enough, but there isn't anything that's really jumping out as being like spectacularly unique about them. I guess maybe the addition of those kind of kilts, which I don't think most of the squat stuff has, but the belts as well make a bit of a difference. Plus one of the guys is got a big old pipe going on, which is quite fun. So maybe there are those small differences, but they're not. That wasn't supposed to be a joke on the fact that they're squats. They're being small differences. They're not jumping out quite as much as like the new Palanites are from the previous, versions of those gangs, All that being said, they still look decent. They still look good. We've also got 2 Exo Masters as well, with more Techmite stuff. The Techmite stuff is the best bit. It's the best bit, I'm sorry, it just is. These, a little bit goofy, a little bit, not like necessarily Star Wars, but for some reason I'm getting that kind of vibe. Little tracked lads with a few tools and a big eye lens in the middle. The lads in the exosuits look decent. They usually do. I do like the massive claw or whatever the hell that is on one side. That looks mad. Is it a claw or is it some sort of like cutting weapon? It could be either. Either way, I do like it. These seem to be built up at the back a bit more as well. I feel like they've got more bulky power packs and stuff. They're more built up over the shoulders. So there's something fun going on there as well. They look good. They do look good. There's also a book on the way, which is the Aranthian Accession Spire of Primus book, which will have rules for Balthazar Gelt. Sort of. No, what's his real name again? Ozostium something. And there's the stuff for the Palanites in there as well. Now, that's not the only bit of Necromunda related stuff. There was a reveal yesterday which was super interesting, because they've released 4 hangers-on, which were already out. But the difference here is that they're in plastic, not resin. So it looks to me like they might be shifting Necromunda slowly but surely over to full plastic instead of having like individual characters in resin. So a few of these are already available. You could already buy them. I always forget how cool that guy looks. But there is a new fella who is a brand new plastic release. So it's kind of nice that they seem to be shifting over in that direction. And I'm kind of hoping they go back and do it for more of the older sculpts as well. I mean, if they're doing it for these 4 that already existed, I believe it is these 4. Like, if they're going back and recreating these in plastic, I would really like them to go back and do stuff with some of the more, unique characters. especially since this guy is going to be plastic as well. Like, it seems to be heading that way, and that's exciting. So there you go, that's the Necromunda stuff that we've had for not just the preview, but also a little bit of an exciting manoeuvre from Games Workshop right at the end there. Let me know what you thought of that lot in the comments down below. Just how horrible do you think Ozostium is? Ozostium? Ozostium, that's his name. Is it? Wait. I'm struggling with this guy. Ozostium, I said it right the first time. Ozostium Aranthus. I can't talk. We already knew this. This isn't news. Let me know what you thought of that lot in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, and I'll see you again tomorrow.